All right. So, a few things I gotta mention, man. Shakur Stevenson says that if Ryan Garcia, for whatever reason, doesn't show up against Devin Haney, Shakur will replace him. He said he's ready to step up to the plate if Ryan Garcia decides to duck the fight against Devin Haney. When you think about this is so crazy because Shakur Stevenson doesn't even have a fight at 140 pounds. He's only fought twice at 135 pounds. But he said he's ready to jump all the way up to 140, go up one weight division, green as hell, to fight Devin Haney. What does that say about Shakur's confidence? What does that say about Shakur, his mental level, his skill level, and how he views Devin Haney? He doesn't even want to tune up. He says, oh yeah, if Ryan's not able to fight, sub me in, coach. Those was his words on Twitter. Someone says, I don't think he cares as long as he gets 50-50. My thing is this. I don't think Shakur is just coming to come. I think he will be coming to win. So that shows that on a whole other level. Not
Yo,
just,
what's up?
but in general. Like his first fight. I'll give you an example. Devin Haney, he knew he didn't want to fight Rolly because there would have been a lot of negative energy surrounding Rolly for his first fight at 140, although Rolly had a belt. There's other guys like T.O. that would have been a very challenging fight for his first fight. Sabril Matias would have been dangerous as well. Regis was a dangerous fight, but Regis that doesn't have feet. Regis a little bit on the older side. So it was a better option than Rolly Romero. But imagine if Devin would have just jumped up and say Tank was a 140-pound fighter. Devin jumps up and says, I want Tank Davis, no tune-up. That's what Shakur is doing by saying he will jump up and fight Devin Haney with no tune-up. He said he will substitute for Ryan Garcia with no tune-up. So either he believes in himself that much, or he knows so much from the sparring sessions that he had with Devin Haney that he thinks he's head and shoulders above Devin Haney. He thinks that he has Devin Haney's number for whatever reason. I'm not talking about in his phone contact. I'm talking about in that ring. Hey, yo, Marcos, what's up?
What's up, bro? I just want to say Canelo's the biggest duck of all time. That's all I want to
Yeah, man, I ain't even gonna get on the Canelo thing. By now, everybody knows what's good with that.
say. Mm-hmm.
But says Devin way too game for Shakur right now. Yeah, Devin game as hell, man. And
Yeah,
Devin has been active. Devin has been active.
yeah,
Shakur hasn't been nowhere near as active as Devin.
yeah. What was the fight before? When did he fight before the Dos Santos fight?
Before De Los Santos, he fight Yoshino. He
Yeah.
fought Yoshino.
No, how many months before he fought? Like, was it
Oh,
like
how
five?
long it's been? I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know, but I know that Devin Haney has been fighting. He's one of the most active champions out there.
yeah. I don't like
Devin
Devin
has
Haney,
what
but you got to
30?
give him that.
Devin 20 something years old, right?
Mhm.
With over 30 fights. He's 25 with over 30 fights. Shakur isn't that much younger than him, and Shakur only has 21 fights. Tank is almost 30, and Devin has more fights than Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Devin is one of the most active champions alive today. He's on. He's like how Canelo was a couple of years ago, man, before the injury.
Yeah.
Somebody says Australia twice and Loma experiences in his favor. Facts. And Devin has already tasted the waters at 140. Y'all not really understand what I'm saying. Shakur said he will jump to 140 and sub in for Ryan. Shakur has never fought at 140 in his life.
Do you think Devin stops him?
No. I actually think Shakur will win, man. Because why else would he be talking like this?
You think
Why
so,
would he? I
Devin?
don't think. All right. Why would Shakur say, fuck it, I'll go to a weight class I've never fought at and fight Devin Haney and substitute for Ryan Garcia with no tune up? Shakur has been talking crazy to Devin for years, man. He's been
But
talking crazy to Devin for years.
my
Hey, what's up,
question is,
Devon?
if I was Shakur, I would have taken the 20% deal.
Yeah, the 25, I would have taken it as well.
Yeah,
If you see what Benavidez did to Canelo when Canelo
yeah.
offered him 8%, he still took it because he
No,
knows
Canelo
if he
offered him
beats him.
5%.
It was five,
It would have,
unbelievable. I give him three.
the way I see it, it would have gone good for Shakur
What
one of
up,
two ways.
KJ?
One, Devin accepts the deal and they fight, or two, that's just Shakur calling his bluff.
KJ.
Shakur gets to say he didn't really want to fight.
Yeah, I don't know why Shakur turned that deal down. I think that was
Pride.
him being influenced by Terrence Crawford. But he has to understand Terrence Crawford had done so much more in his career when he made Errol give him 50-50. And for real, Errol didn't really want that fight. It would have never happened because Terrence asked for 50-50. So I thought that was just a bad career move. But the fact that this man is saying he'll sub in for Ryan Garcia if Ryan doesn't make it to 420, that lets you know that Shakur, he really believes he's better than Devin Haney. And
I believe that he would.
Come on,
I'm
we
buying
all
what
know
he's selling. I'm buying what he's
Shakur.
selling. I think that he would beat Haney if they match off against each other. And
So
I think Devin Haney is a great champion. But I don't know, man. Why is Shakur so confident? And they've sparred each other so many times growing up. Why is he that damn confident?
Why is everybody not understanding? Okay, so when Shakur jumped in the ring on Haney, did you see Haney's behavior, bro?
Like the whole
he
arena
literally
was
looked at
booing
him and
him.
walked out the ring. That right there alone tells you that
Yep.
Haney is scared of Shakur. He's been in the ring with him. They sparred numerous times. He knows what danger Shakur possesses, bro. He does not want
I
to
don't know
fight
about
Shakur's
Haney
speed.
being scared. If anybody will be scared of somebody, I think they'll be scared of Tank because of the power. Shakur isn't even really a power puncher. So, I mean, what are you going to be? You're not necessarily scared. You just don't want to lose. But I guess you could say that's the same thing. He's
That's what I
afraid to
mean by
lose. I don't think he's
scared.
scared of Shakur as a man or as a boxer.
That's what I mean by scared,
Yeah.
though. I mean, like they don't
trying
like
to
the
see how
style.
money
They know it's gonna be hard to hit him. I mean, Bill Haney is calling out everybody. They never say Shakur's name. They call out everybody else. They never say Shakur's name, though.
Right now they're at 140 now, so he's not really their problem at the moment.
That's a duck. I feel like that's a duck
No,
move.
man. Right now,
I feel like that.
he is
I
a
feel like
problem
because
because
there's
Shakur
a
is basically
video
saying,
out. There's a video out when they was talking to Shakur, and Bill Haney said something like, "We about to go up to 140, so we're not really worried about a fight with
130
you."
if you go to 140.
And this and that. What's up?
yeah, I seen that video as well. But here's my thing.
The biggest lie
Shakur still
about
is a threat because Shakur is saying he'll go to 140 with no tune-up and replace Ryan Garcia.
Well,
So Shakur, if Devin goes up to 147, I think Shakur would chase Devin all the way up to 47. That's why I'm saying here, like, God damn, does Shakur know something that we don't know? What was
for
happening
sure.
in sparring sessions where this motherfucker feel like I don't even want to get no tune-up. I don't even need to get my feet wet. I'll fight Devin Haney at any weight. I'll chase
I
him
mean,
around the world. To me, that's
KJ.
crazy. And that's why I would pick that right there is why I'm picking Shakur to beat Haney if they match up because god damn, that's
Bro, they got the sparring video on YouTube. You seen it, right?
yeah, that's one of the sparring videos. They sparred multiple times. And that one Shakur definitely got the best of Devin.
That's all. But that one is all I needed to see, bro.
Many times.
Yeah, but that one that's the only one I needed to see.
That's what I want to see. Y'all seen that picture after the Loma fight where like Shakur is just looking at Devin like a lion looks at his prey.
I see, that picture. But I like watch the whole thing, bro, if you can. When he jumped in the ring, like usually when fighters jump in the ring to call out other fighters, there's like a little interaction over the mic, or they'll talk about a potential fight or whatever. But they literally looked at him and they left. They got out the ring.
They literally left the ring.
Nothing to do with them.
And a good example of what you're saying, when Ryan Garcia beat the Filipino guy,
Devin hopped in the ring with him.
And did a little standoff with him. But when Shakur got in the ring, he literally ran away.
And Haney got in the ring on Loma too, and that's how they got the fight. So I mean, Haney understands how it goes, so he knew exactly why Shakur was in the ring because
there's a video of Bill Haney saying, "If it's too hot at 135, we're already ready. We're ready to go to 40."
I think he said at 130.
Yeah,
I think Shakur was still at 130 at the time.
Yeah, but Shakur,
because Haney wasn't. That wouldn't make sense. Haney wasn't even fighting at 130.
No,
it was like 35.
I forgot what the context of that whole video was.
The context, I don't think people always say that Haney was they were afraid, but I think the context of what Bill was saying is we can make money at either weight. Like if too much shit going on, we're not involved in the shit at 35, we could always go to 40. When he say if it gets too hot, what does that mean? That means Tank making all the damn money at 35, he getting all the fights, and we're not getting the fight with Tank because we know that Tank don't want to fight Devin Haney right at this moment. So to me, I think Bill was saying if it gets too hot at 35 and we're not popping, we're not making pay-per-views, big pay-per-views and shit, we can go to 140, which is exactly what they did. And they're still not popping pay-per-view wise, but that's what the Ryan Garcia fight is for.
KG, I have a question for you. If Gervonta knocks out Frank Martin, who does he fight next?
He
Tank can
should be
only he
fighting
can
the
only
winner
go
of
up,
this.
man. He cannot. He can only go up. Whoever he fights next has to be somebody that's respectable. Like the
It
Frank
should
Martin
be.
fight. That's a big step up fight for Tank. People
Yeah.
don't. They have no idea.
Yeah, but
Like
that's a
this is
sad
gonna be the
statement.
first time
exactly,
he's
He's
KJ.
fighting
I'm
almost
about
somebody
to.
Is it a
that
I'm
has
step
about
up
to.
years
fight?
old, and that's a
I'm
fast
about
feet.
step
to.
up
Hold up,
fight.
hold up. Let me land my
Yeah.
plane. This will be the first time that Tank fighting somebody that has fast feet, fast hands. You know what I mean? Good
Mm-hmm.
reflexes. Usually he's fighting, flat-footed Hispanic fighters. That's usually who Tank, or he's fighting, the European. He went out there and fought the European. So after this, he has to fight guys like, Shakur Stevenson. He has
Yeah,
to fight
and
a
this.
Lomachenko. Even though Loma is older now, he would have to go fight a Lomachenko. You have to go fight. He had to go up to 140 and fight the winner of Rolly Romero and Pitbull Cruz, and then potentially fight Devin. He can only fight top competition from here on out
True.
because he's
After
able to
this,
catch.
it's either
Yeah.
Shakur or Devin.
And Frank
Or
Martin
the
is
winner of
definitely
Pitbull
Frank
or
Martin is
Rolly.
definitely a step
It
up,
Y'all
has to
bro.
be
forgetting about
opposites
the
like that.
Brill, Teo.
Hey,
It's other
hey,
people than just these 4 niggas, man.
Yeah,
hey,
but
I'm about to
Tank
say
doesn't
something
want to be
crazy.
fighting
You guys might not
Subriel right
agree.
now, man. And T.O., he will make a fight happen with T.O. for sure.
You
I
got
believe he'll
George
make that fight
Kambosos.
happen.
I mean,
And
Loma's gonna
I
lose
think
to
Tank could probably
Kambosos.
spark T.O.
Hey,
What?
Frank Martin is definitely a step up for Tank, bro. I'm about to say something crazy. You guys
But
may
that
not
is kind of a
agree.
sad statement. Like he's almost 30
Frank
years old,
Martin
and
could
this is a
probably be
step up
Hold
fight
up,
for
hold
him.
up, hold
he
up,
could probably
Levi.
be Devin Haney, bro.
Who? Say
I
it.
said Frank Martin could probably beat
Frank
Devin
Martin
Haney.
damn near beat Devin Haney, bro.
Ah, you
Frank
crazy. You're
Martin is a
crazy.
dark
No,
horse, but look, Devin Haney stays so active, and Devin is tall and long. I think Devin would beat Frank because of that. I think the reason why Devin was able
Because
to beat Loma is because of his frame and his activity, his
KG,
experience. Like the man has been fighting and fighting and fighting. Frank hasn't been fighting that often.
The
KG.
reason why, the reason why I say I think he could beat Haney is because I feel like he can move like Loma.
Oh yeah, he's a dark. Frank Martin is a dark. Athletically, he's a dark horse. Like he could potentially beat all of these dudes. He has the athletic tools, but experience is going to play a part. Power, shit like that. All of that is going to play a part. I think that Frank. I don't think that Frank is going to get past Tank. I think he will get stopped in the Tank Davis fight. But with that being said, I think it's going to be one hell of a fight, and I think it's a big step up fight for Tank. Hey Levi, you were saying something, and I cut you off. Go ahead.
I was saying, yeah, it's a step up fight for him, but when you're 30 years old and this is a step up fight for you, is that really a good statement?
It's not at all, and that's a great point because guess what? Tank didn't turn pro at nine at he didn't turn pro at 25. He turned pro at like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
So he should have been fighting big name fights starting at like age 25 years old. He should have been, to me, he should have been fought Loma. To me, he should have been fought Lomachenko.
Yeah.
But I think that they believe that that's a fight that Tank couldn't win because of the styles and because of the mental. I think that Tank, because it's my belief that Tank he ducked Loma. He was worried about whether or not he could beat somebody of that skill level. Right now, I think Tank is much more confident as a boxer, especially after hosting one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time, and just being as a professional going on a decade. So I think Tank now he think he could beat Loma, but back then I don't think that he was as sure of himself, and I think that's why that fight never really materialized.
Yeah, his
Maybe, but
biggest step up has always been Pedraza. After that, it was just like,
there's
Yeah,
something.
Pedraza was a good step
What?
up.
He
You
ain't
can't
fight
forget
Barrios?
Pedraza.
Like he ain't fight Santa Cruz? Them are good fights, bro.
Yeah,
Santa
Pitbull
Cruz,
Cruz, but that
Santa
was on
Cruz, yeah,
accident.
for sure.
Nobody knew that Pitbull Cruz was going to perform like that.
Pitbull
And
Cruz
Pitbull
was
Cruz
just a
right
step
now,
in for
even though
Rolly.
even though it's a good step up fight, Pitbull Cruz don't have no feet. That's why
Nah,
Pitbull
but
won't fight Shakur. That's why
he
Pitbull
said
won't fight Devin Haney.
No, no.
Pitbull
I
Cruz
said
even
no,
turned
no.
down. Look,
Santa
hold up,
Cruz.
hold
he
up.
said Leo
Pitbull
Santa
Cruz even
Cruz.
No,
turned down
Santa
Frank
Cruz,
Martin.
bro, not Pitbull.
He said
Oh,
Leo Santa
Santa Cruz.
Claus.
Leo Santa Cruz was coming up in weight.
Yeah, he was a smaller
Like
guy, bro.
no, he was a smaller man than
It
Tank,
was still
but
a good fight though. That wasn't a bad fight for Tank.
no, it wasn't no bad fight. What people are saying is, and this is the only point that Levi was making, and I agree 100%. At 30 years old, we should have already seen him fight somebody the caliber of Frank Martin when he was 25.
I
Tank been
agree.
boxing since he was like 7 years old. It's not
He's
like
about to be
Frank
30.
Martin started boxing late. That's why Frank Martin is late in the game, just getting the Tank Davis fight. Tank been boxing since he was 7. He went pro at like 18 or 19. He should have fought somebody like a Frank Martin 5 years ago. He should have fought Lomachenko 5 years ago. But I don't take nothing away from Tank. I'm glad that he's fighting these motherfuckers
Yeah.
now because he is one of the most interesting boxers in the sport. Like I can't wait to see this shit.
Yeah, but KJ, I was just thinking about something. I agree with what you said earlier. Like Shakur would definitely follow Haney up to 140 and take Ryan's place. But even if he wanted to, I don't think that's happening because last I heard, they have Arnold Barboza signed and ready to replace Ryan.
Yeah. I don't know why
Yeah,
they had Barboza though.
the,
That would have been, man. No, I don't even know who the fuck Barboza is.
I think it's because
Shakur
it's a
was,
Golden Boy promotion and he's under their flag.
oh, okay. So
the,
it's
Han-
all business.
the,
It's
the
business.
Haney's are gonna duck Shakur as long as they can, bro.
Damn.
As long as they can. I mean, when he jumped in the ring on him, bro, that's all I had to see. I understood it from there. They never
Damn.
say his name. They never say his name in any interviews either. And that
Yep.
you pair that together, that's like
I
it
remember
tells you
when they were
everything.
on the phone with each other to FaceTime, and Bill did look like he had a certain energy about him. Whereas though he was like, because Bill is the one, he's watched all these sparring sessions, he's been there every step of the way. So if Shakur is better than Haney, nobody would know more than Bill Haney because Bill has been on the outside of the ring watching every last one of these sparring sessions. And
Yep.
Bill did show a level of reverence to Shakur, but that's when he turned back into the father and was saying, "No, Devin to f you up, Devin to do this." But I did see a little hesitation.
Yeah.
I did see a little, damn, this is going to be the biggest fight of my son's life. That and Tank and Shakur will be the biggest fights of Devin's life. I don't know how those fights are going to go, and I don't think Bill know how those fights are going to go. I don't think Devin know how those fights are going to go because you're talking about these guys are the creme de la creme, in these weight divisions. Like this shit's
But
going to
they
be so
sent out
crazy.
contracts to both though, so Devin ain't really
Huh?
ducked nobody.
You said what?
At 25%, bro, that was like, I don't know, man.
I mean, shit, Shakur ain't won shit. He can't. He ain't got to say so.
Yeah, he should have. He should have. That was a duck by Shakur, but it's not a
Tank
duck
was a
like he was
duck too.
afraid. It was
Well,
just bad business. It was a bad business duck.
I ain't gonna say Tank ducked, but I feel like Tank knew he had to tune up first before he goes straight to Devin after being off for a year and a half.
Oh yeah, no. Are you talking about Tank or Shakur right now?
Both in a way. Like Devin sent both them contracts.
I didn't know that Devin sent Tank that contract, but Tank not this. Well, Tank not never taking 25% against Devin.
No, he ain't take 25%. They said he would get guaranteed 25 mil, and Tank turned it down. But I don't say it's
Oh
a duck though. I feel like it's more of like it's a duck, but he knew he had to tune up first. You can't
no,
lay out for a
I
year and a
know
half.
that Floyd and Al Heyman they're saving those fights for the end. Like
Yeah,
Tank
because
can look impressive right now to keep winning, but Tank is such a pay per view star and what he brings with the knockouts. He could take a loss better than Haney and Shakur when it comes to pay per view sales. So they're saving this fight to the end of Tank's career, just
You
about
think it's
probably
gonna
two
be
to
like
three
a?
years from
De-
now,
I'm
and it's
sorry.
gonna be a huge event. Like
Devin
this,
wanted.
it's gonna be huge. That's why Tank turned down Devin. Shakur turned down Devin because he felt as though he's worth more money. But when you think about it, like you said, Sonny Band, Shakur hasn't done shit at lightweight. Didn't do too much at 130. Shakur only has what 20, 21 fights, or not many fights. So
Yeah, two belts
he
at
has to make
130.
more of a name of himself in
Yeah.
boxing,
And
and before he can start demanding more than 25% against somebody who's been undisputed.
it's I agree, and that's crazy with him being to me, in my opinion, he's the best skilled fighter for him to not have nothing going on for
I
him.
mean, it's not that crazy when
Devin
you
wanted the
consider the
tank
fact he
fight after
turned
the
he's turning
progress
down
fight.
opportunities. He turned down opportunities to fight this man.
That's what I'm
Imagine if he
saying.
was to
Like,
beat Devin Haney. Do you know how people would be talking about Shakur right now, undisputed, and like he would have been able to he would have been able to call for a Tank Davis fight immediately. I think it was just a bad career decision, man.
horrible career decision.
Yeah,
That's because
Haney
Shakur.
called out Tank after the progress fight. Tank didn't want that fight. Tank ducked Haney though.
I think
I'm
Shakur
telling
has
you
like
that.
almost too much belief in himself. He thinks he's a bigger star than he actually is.
I mean, that's
I mean,
not uncommon.
you
You're
can't
supposed
hit
to.
him.
If you're
You
in
can't hit him.
boxing, you have to. If you're competing anywhere, that's how you have to feel.
I
I'm
Like
mean,
not
as
talking
a
about his
big
What's going
dog,
boxing
on,
you're
fellas?
skill.
What's
not.
I
going
mean,
You're
he
on,
not
knows
gonna
he
do that.
brothers?
can't get
I'm not
hit.
talking about his boxing skill. I'm talking about him as like a marketable athlete.
Oh, okay. I agree. I see what you're saying. Now, far as the fight with Devin, Devin knows that Shakur will probably be the best, quickest, best champion coming up since Tyson. That's the reason why they're trying to slow it down. Because skill for skill, they know Shakur's ready. He don't need
Yeah,
many other
score
fights.
damn so ready.
Ain't nobody
He
touching
don't need no
Shakur
more
skill wise.
fights. He
Shakur
doesn't need
crazy.
it, but they do need to raise the rate. He know damn well it need to be 60-40, not 75-25. That's standard rate,
No.
But he
60-40.
At
has
that
no
time,
belt,
I'm
bro.
undisputed, and you haven't
I
done
don't,
shit.
I
And
don't even
it
Devin
think.
doesn't
Haney was
matter.
actually
It's
really good.
standard. But think about
I
it,
Look,
don't
check
KJ.
even
this
think
out.
Haney gonna be
Will Baker,
undisputed.
check
I
it
mean,
out,
I don't even
man.
think he's gonna be
Look,
undefeated that long,
hold
bro.
up, hold
I don't
up.
even think he
Hold
Somebody
on.
talented.
made it.
Let me explain, Lev.
Hold
Hold
on,
on.
Will. I gotta cut you off. Then I'm gonna let you go. Levi made
No,
a
go ahead,
great
K.
point earlier. Levi said that Canelo offered David 92.8. David accepted. That's what you do when you haven't accomplished much in the sport yet, and you trying to make a name for yourself. You take any deal because you know I'm gonna win. After this, my entire life is gonna be different. My legacy is gonna be different. So
Yeah,
Shakur should have took that
8% is
25%.
I
crazy.
agree with that. I agree with that. But you got to, but they should have
Wait,
raised it up
you
higher
you
because if you
accept
talking
that
about
both
standard, if you talking about
the
standard
fight.
fight, hold on, Levi, hold on. If it's a standard fight, it should be 60-40. You know that. Not no 75-25%. Plus, I'm talking about
Floyd
if
took
he's
30%
non-champion,
against De La
I'm
Hoya.
saying if he's a non-champion, I understand where they're coming from, but he has a belt.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Devin was undisputed at lightweight when he sent him the damn
No, I
offer.
ain't
Devin
talking
had
about
all
that.
the belts.
I'm talking about with Shakur. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
undisputed. Oh, okay, at the time.
Devin had beat Lomachenko was undisputed and sent Shakur 25% offer.
Yeah,
But
they want that fight because they know Shakur is going to be the best fight anyway. If Shakur win, Devin ain't getting that belt no more.
Exactly, but I'm saying Shakur should have took that chance. There's really no way around it. I mean,
you
but
gotta
Right, they
Floyd
trying to
didn't
move
get
it.
understand. You
his
gotta
respect
Right,
understand,
King.
back
bro.
until his
Like people
first
get
three
Right,
fights.
robbed
King.
when
I
it
agree
Floyd
goes
with
should
to
have
the
you on
took
that.
that.
scorecards.
And Floyd
Fighters
fought
get
De La
robbed
Hoya
when it
for
goes to the
30%.
scorecards. A Shakur and Haney fight is definitely gonna go to the scorecards. So if it went to the scorecards and he would have got 20% and robbed on top of that, that ain't worth it.
Nah,
No, he
y'all.
would have to get.
Can
But
I say a
left, you got
point?
to understand. He has to get a knockdown. He will have to get a knockout to get that to get
That's
above the
irrelevant.
scorecards. He got to get a
Will,
knockout.
Yeah.
Will, I got a point. Can I say my point real
You
quick?
don't need a knockdown. Hold up. I disagree. Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya, didn't get no knockdown, and he fought Oscar for 30%. All Shakur would have had to do is show up, be the dominant boxer. They would have let him beat Haney. They don't even the boxing powers that be, they're not even really behind Haney like that because Haney isn't even that much of a moneymaker. It's not
No, he's
like no
not.
fucking
Exactly.
a Canelo
Exactly.
or a Tank.
Shakur is instant
They
money.
would have let Shakur outbox Devin if he was capable of doing so. Shakur just made a bad career decision. He should have took the fight for 25%.
And y'all
That
got
was a
to
management
remember
problem,
too.
King. That was
You
definitely a
got,
management problem. Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, Shakur wants that fight. He wants that fight. Because who's the top three right now? Tank, Haney, and him. Right now.
Well,
y'all
the biggest name.
tripping.
The big names. But they know Shakur out of
Castillo out
all
there,
three.
Sabrio, it's motherfuckers that can fight out there, man.
Right, they know the
Shakur,
fight. But they talking about for a big card fight. Shakur right now, if he wins against Haney, he would be the biggest draw. They know that. Because
Now
he's branded.
He
he
beat
still wouldn't
Tank,
be a bigger
maybe.
draw than Tank.
Not
Tank
to
could,
behind Tank. Behind Tank
I already say
fans.
Tank could lose, Tank could take a loss and still would be a bigger draw because of what Tank offers entertainment wise with the knockouts and with the athletics. Like Tank would still be a bigger draw. And Tank isn't
Right
even
now.
much of a
Of course. He's the
draw.
hottest fight right now.
When you
Yeah.
knock
Definitely
a
the hottest
person
fight.
out consistently, people are gonna come and watch your fights, man.
Wait.
People wanted to watch Mike Tyson fight until he couldn't really fight at that level no more. Until the end, they still wanted to come watch Mike Tyson fight. Hell, Mike Tyson, 57 years old, they're gonna pay to watch him fight Jake Paul because when
He's
you can
still
really
a
knock a
draw.
man
You're
out
right.
consistently, you're
They'll
gonna be
pay
a
the
star in
Netflix
boxing.
subscription.
Absolutely, Kay. I agree with you on that totally on that.
I mean,
Because like
I
I said,
like
they know
I
Haney
like
will be out
both.
the
What
loop.
you saying
Once
about the
Shakur gets
I
that
like
belt,
both.
subscription?
I like
Tank
to
and
see
Shakur, they
signs. I
can
like
get
seeing
two or three
people get
fights out of the
outboxed.
deal. 2 or 3 fights.
But Will is so many other fighters though. Like Shakur will never be the face of boxing until he goes undisputed.
Yeah.
He has to run through Haney, Teo, Sabril. That's at 140, bro. That's all at 140. 140
135.
is stacked. And then
Go
on
through
top of that,
140.
look, this is why I'm trying to make this point on why he should take that same fight 25. Devin saw it as nigga, I just went to Australia twice and took a pay cut and got my
Yep.
belt. Why can't you take a pay cut to get this one belt?
But
Exactly.
you guys get
That's what
two
I'm
different
saying.
roles,
There's
Sonny.
no
You
way to
can't compare
defend
the
it.
roles.
Sonny
You
What
Bang
cannot
what
beat
what
compare.
do you
Keith
mean?
Thurman. There's no way to
Devin
defend it.
went to Australia and took a pay cut. I think Devin took less than 25%, bro. I think he took less to fight George Kambosos. He took less than 25% to prove
I hear
himself
everything you're
and go
saying, son.
undisappointed.
But that's
So
still
so
I'm
so
saying that's a management thing though, Sonny. That's still a management thing.
so I mean,
I
like,
agree with what you're saying,
what you
but they
guys
have
think Shakur's
they have two
fair?
different routes of getting there to the top too. You gotta understand the fights that Shakur have too. It was not and not as many, but the fights that he have taken is enough to get that title fight.
Bro, without knockout power, bro, you gotta take that route. You have to take that cut because
Exactly.
you don't have any pull. If you're not out here
Exactly.
knocking niggas out, nobody cares about who you're fighting. Shakur fought who
And
that nigga
and
and
Sonny
nobody watched
Bang,
that fight.
it's not just about the knockouts, really. It's also the style. If Shakur was
The
throwing a bunch of
style.
punches, we have some
There you
advantage.
go, Kay. That's exactly what
He's
I was
not
getting
with a
at.
defensive style, huh?
out.
Hey, Keffer, when
Whoa,
Floyd
whoa,
came
whoa,
on the
whoa!
scene,
Like
that's
he
all he
wasn't
did
a
was
knockout.
knock
He
people
What?
fought
You
out.
out in the
tripping?
early stages of his
Keffer,
career.
hold on. I
He's
gotta
amazing.
address that. Keffer,
Yeah,
when
you gotta
Floyd
address it,
came on
bro.
the scene at 130, that's all he did was knock guys out.
Okay,
Yeah, he was
we
knocking
talking about
everybody.
weights. Okay, all right, I missed that.
Yeah,
My
Floyd
bad.
came
No,
in
but
and
Okay.
knocked niggas
not
out.
just weights. You gotta understand. Shakur only has 21 fights. Floyd came onto the scene knocking dudes
But my
out.
man earlier just a few minutes ago made a valid point. He did what he had to do to get the belt. He's where he's at because he did what he had to do in the
Yep.
game.
Yeah, I mean, hold up. Shakur,
Hold on,
nobody
King.
knocking Shakur.
Which
We
one?
know
Right.
Shakur ready. It's not. It's
No,
not a
but I
question
don't.
about Shakur being ready. Sonny
What?
Bands was making a point about Shakur not really being a star, not really having a stake in the game for him to be able to bargain for more than 25%. You're not a knockout artist. You're not a pay-per-view draw. You didn't have none of the belts at
What?
lightweight. You had just
Well,
got
when
to
we
lightweight.
say star,
Why
let's say
would you
leveled
want
up
more than
star.
25%?
Let's say leveled up star, because if you put Shakur in the boxing room, is he on the A side or the B side, or he A plus or A plus plus? He's still on
Oh,
the
he's
A
going A
side.
plus for
No,
sure. He's ready.
Shakur
He's
not
ready
a
when he
B-side
have
no,
to
for
he's
his
be.
depth.
not, bro. You got Loma, you
Shakur
got
not a B side fighter, my man.
He's not a B-side fighter, but I'm
Not at
talking
all.
about
You're
Taylor,
right.
you have
look,
Teo, you have
look.
Ryan. Even though we all
No,
agree
what I'm
Ryan's not a
saying
good
is
fighter,
when he says a star, he is a star because he made it to the A side.
you
Now he
said
got to
top
move
Absolutely.
up
five.
as a star, a superstar. That's what you're saying, to be that face. Yes, he has work to do, like all of
All
Oh,
them
right,
do.
Kevin,
when I
that's
say
my point.
star, I'm not talking about the whole. I'm not talking about skills. Ryan Garcia is a bigger star than Shakur Stevenson.
He's a bigger
Ever
star,
at
but
any point, Ryan is
Kevin,
not on Shakur's level skill wise. When I talk about star, I was talking about money. But I understand exactly
Okay,
what you're
we talking
saying.
about money. Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah, but that's why, because this entire conversation, the 25% is about money. Shakur was in no position to be
Uh-huh.
like, look, I need more, I need more money. It's like, bro, you don't have no belts at
You
135.
don't have
You
enough
haven't done it at
fights.
135.
Right.
You're
You don't
not a
have enough
pay-per-view
fights to draw
draw
that.
at 135.
I can agree
And
with that.
Devin Haney took less money to fight
Yeah, he did.
Kambosos.
He
Floyd
twice,
did.
Mayweather only got 30%
twice.
against De La Hoya. That's boxing.
Yeah, he did. He did. I
He
can't
That's
disagree
did,
with
boxing.
that.
but he's gonna have to still. He's still gonna have to take that fight.
Yeah.
Shakur gonna have to. Management gonna have to stay out of this one. Shakur need this fight to be able to get to the next stop.
No, that was Shakur. No, Shakur said no. His
It was
management didn't say
Shakur. It was,
nothing.
yeah. Shakur
But
said,
hey,
"Oh,
don't
he's
make it
waiting on
seem
a
like
different
Only
Shakur is
opportunity."
scared,
because,
bro.
only
Some of
No,
because,
y'all,
think about
some
it,
of y'all
fellas.
is
Scared.
Only
y'all making
because
we're
of
too
not
much
management
saying
will
that
He
allow
ain't
Shakur
it.
is
bullshit.
scared.
scared.
He ain't
They're not
scared. You're
listening to
right. He
management.
ain't scared.
Shakur is the final say.
Yeah, Shakur will beat Devin Haney, bro.
Yeah, we're
That's
not.
my
Yeah,
point.
I
That's
agree.
my
I think
point.
But
Shakur
hold
is the
up.
best
That's
skilled
my
fighter
point.
in
I
that
gotta ask
class.
y'all, hey, so now I gotta ask everybody. We got new people up here.
Go ahead,
If
family.
for whatever reason that Ryan Garcia pulled out and Shakur fought, we know that Shakur not gonna fight him because they already have someone signed. But Shakur brought it up. That's why we talking about it. If Ryan pulled out and Shakur was to fight him, how many of y'all think Shakur wins that fight?
Oh,
I
he
got
gonna
the
win.
yeah.
He gonna win.
He gonna
Shakur
win,
win.
bro.
He's
And I'm gonna
ready.
If
tell you
he's
this.
training
And I'm gonna
now,
I
tell
if
you
know
he's
this.
first
training right
hand. He's
now,
ready.
And
sure.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. And
He
this is
gonna
a
win it.
fight. And
Period.
this is a fight that we want to
I'll
see.
break it down too.
And I'll honest with you. I think it'll pay. It'll pay. It'll pay.
Oh
It
yeah,
would pay.
big time, Key.
It
It wouldn't
would.
Big
pay like
time.
how Ryan gonna pay, but it would pay. But
It will
Keffa,
pay.
Keffa, I need you to tell me who you think will win.
Shakur.
Oh, Shakur.
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 Damn.
Shakur for sure. He ready.
Hey, bro. Hey. Shakur gonna do what Loma did, but he ain't gonna get hit.
Why?
What did
Why?
Loma
Why? Why?
do?
Listen
What
to me,
did Loma
guys.
do?
Why I say Shakur? Because we got to keep in mind, Devin Haney has not come back off of that rock when he got rocked on his chin, man. We went sat into the corner.
Exactly.
I look at
Exactly,
that.
Key.
And Shakur got that power, yo.
No,
Haney
he
ain't
don't.
knocked
No, and
nobody
Key,
out.
you gotta remember, they forgot who he's trained by. They forgot
Who?
who Shakur is trained by too.
Yeah,
Who's his
Pop. Well,
trainer?
yeah, Pop.
There you go. There
I'm
you
from
go.
Newark. I'm from Newark, guys. I'm a real
Yeah,
Newark bred,
exactly. That's
born and
how it's
raised. And I
home.
know Pop personally. I know him.
Exactly. I was just talking about
Pop
it
ain't
last
no
night,
joke,
family.
man. He ain't no
His
joke.
trainer. We just talked about it last night.
He had
Okay.
Shakur ever since he was a little boy.
Exactly. That's my nephew.
See?
Shakur
See?
Cole, but who said Shakur knocking him out? That was a crazy statement.
What? No,
What?
no,
He
no.
can't. Hey, he
Nobody
cost
said
him.
he's
Shakur has
knocking him out,
knockout
Sonny. We
power.
say he's gonna win.
He hasn't improved it yet. He's a good
Yeah,
fighter,
No,
but
but
hold up.
knockout
This is
okay.
the
power.
thing though. Shakur, to me, Shakur has power for accuracy. Like Shakur, when he knocked down Valdez, he caught Valdez at the perfect time with a perfect shot. You know what I mean? Yoshino, I can't really count. Yoshino not really wasn't on
Okay.
that level. That was a step. That was just a nice
Okay.
fight to get his
Hey,
feet wet at the weight room.
champ,
But
champ.
Shakur does
Check
has
this question
power to
out.
put
Check this question out. Check this
on
question
the
out.
canvas.
Check this question out. If you look at
Hold
who
on,
plays,
fellas.
wait a minute. If you look at
Hold
your
on,
Shakur
fellas.
and Haney,
Let
if
Keith
you looked
spit.
at your Shakur and Haney, who places they punches better? Who places they
Shakur,
punches better?
Shakur.
Oh,
Shakur.
Devin.
Okay then.
Straight up.
Okay,
Shakur.
straight up.
You
Straight up.
said power. That's accuracy, Keffa.
Yeah,
Power,
no,
Keffa.
no
no, no, that
power.
Doesn't
does
matter.
count.
It's
What I'm
about points,
saying is he
baby.
got
It's
all the
about points.
attributes to win
I
this
said that
fight.
Shakur has power for accuracy. Like
Yes.
when if he knocks a guy down, most of the time it's because he hit him at the right place at the right time.
Yes.
He ain't getting touched. That's what
Well,
they
if we
forget
doing
about it
that, that's
too. You gotta
Tank.
touch him.
Left
He ain't getting
lane,
That's
touched.
Tank.
left lane.
If
I'm
we
muting
say
you
that,
because
that's
your mic
Tank.
is repeating. That's why I mute you because when your mic repeating.
Oh, sorry, family. I'm saying
I'm
he's
not
not. He's
saying
definitely
Tank
not gonna
don't
get
have no
touched.
power
He
because it's
definitely ain't gonna
boxing.
get touched on
What I'm
that.
saying is, I think Shakur record is 21-0 with what 10 knockouts. That's not
Yeah,
knockout
he has
power.
a very low
That's
knockout
not.
percentage.
We got
Right.
niggas
I
like
mean, you're right.
Taylor.
I'm
by any
agreeing
sense of the
with
We
you.
got
word.
niggas like
But when
Sabril
we
who knock
if we're
out
gonna get into the
everybody.
Sonny,
stats
we
of,
talking about
but listen
points.
to me, if
We
we're gonna
talking
get into the stats of knockout, we're gonna turn the card over and we look at the baseball card. We see the stat. You got to look at Haney's stats and Shakur's stats. Whose stats will be better?
Shakur.
Okay.
Shakur, yeah.
So we got
But
to
that's
kind of like
accurate.
move where the.
Hey, what's wrong with my mic, bro?
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
disagreeing
brother,
with you,
but
Keffa.
y'all ain't
That
saying
It's
Huh?
nothing.
just
Y'all
on
gotta
Go
slow
ahead.
down.
Shakur's
This is the
power.
thing.
Keffa.
Yeah, I
Tell
hear
you,
I'm not
you.
tell
disagreeing
you
with
I'm
you
this
that.
not
thing.
disagreeing
Go
with
down
you.
and
I
come
hear you.
back
I'm
up.
not.
Come back.
Yeah, I'm not
Leave and
disagreeing.
come
I'm
back
just saying
in.
like
Let's see if this is
power
better.
to me, power and accuracy is two different things. Let me explain.
Okay.
Everybody has fought Tank has said Tank doesn't hit harder than other niggas. They said he's accurate. Tank hits on the button.
Yes,
And
he
that's
does.
every fighter he has fought has said that.
But nobody's
Right? Can we
questioning
agree on
Tank.
that?
We already know
That's
what Tank
accurate.
brings, bro. We already know
Yo,
Tank's
yo.
brings, Sonny. We talking about Shakur.
Hey,
Now, as a
That's
fight
what I'm
right
just
now,
saying. So look, I'm
as
saying
the
Shakur.
shit,
next
On
so
step,
Shakur's
if,
not.
if Tank and Shakur are equally as accurate, right? Shakur doesn't
hey,
hit that
KJ.
hard, bro.
Testing. KJ.
Yeah,
There's
you
the
good,
problem
left.
is for people who haven't boxed with someone who really hits hard. There's a difference between like that fast popping knockout power and
Hey,
like
what
that
we talking
heavy
about? What's the
handed
topic?
like
What's the topic
That's
today?
true.
exactly what it
That's
is.
true, Red.
Hold
Exactly.
up,
That's
left.
true.
Hold up.
power. Like if you look at Deontay Wilder's power and like George Foreman's power, they're completely different categories of power, but they'll both knock you out.
But
But
no, they
Wilder's
both
too wild. He's not. Wilder don't
Wilder
hit.
and Foreman, they both were heavy-handed. What y'all talking
Right.
about? A
But
guy like Tank. Tank is still a power puncher. Tank has heavy hands as well, but he's
And
not a dude where
accuracy.
he gonna land a sloppy shot and knock you out still,
but
like
I mean
maybe a
like
Julian Jackson. That's not Tank. Tank hits hard, but he actually
Accuracy,
punching
baby.
with technique. You know who did that? Joe Louis. Joe Louis was someone with heavy hands but had punch technique. That's who
There
Tank
you
is
go.
when it
Roy
And
comes
There
down
you
to
Tank
Jones.
go.
power.
and Tank
And
even
Tank
said
has
it.
Roy
natural
Jones.
Tank
power
even said it,
and
man.
extreme
Tank even said
accuracy,
it.
and it's different.
Accuracy is to the
Tank,
game.
Tank,
Tank said it.
Yeah,
Tank
Tank
said it's
got good
accurate. You
timing.
got to
Tank got
train accurate.
accuracy. Tank
yeah,
got
it's technique.
footwork.
Yeah.
Tank is
Yes.
so
Tank got good
accurate, bro. On the
reflexes.
button
Yes.
every
Tank's
Reflexes.
just
time.
not a hard
But here's
puncher.
the thing,
He got
though. This
like
is why you
all the
know that Tank
attributes you
still has
need.
a lot of natural power. Shakur lands some of the most accurate shots. Most of the time, he drops the dude, but they're not knocked out. They're not getting stopped, and he's as accurate as Tank. So it's not just
That's
accuracy.
it. The
It's so
points.
much
There
shit.
you
You
go.
have to still have a lot of natural power to be able to get it done like a Tank.
Yeah,
Another
that's
dude
what I'm
who
saying.
had great punch technique,
Yep.
Mike Tyson. Mike was an undersized heavyweight, so that's why everything had to be so tight when he used that
Accuracy.
peekaboo.
That's the
Because he was
key.
smaller than the guys he was fighting, but he was knocking them out because of the technique, the accuracy.
There you
But
go.
when it comes to Devin Haney and Shakur, neither one of them are power punchers. But Shakur, as Kefa said, he places his punches
Longer
better.
arm
You can watch
strength.
it
That's
in the
right.
fights
Deep
that you've seen in
Way
the
accuracy.
better.
sparring sessions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, like when I'm talking about the two types of power, if you look at how George Foreman punches, it's slow but it's heavy. If you look at how Deontay Wilder punches, it's
Oh,
fast and
yeah, it is a
explosive.
little bit faster.
You know what I
And,
mean?
and plus,
He's faster, but he don't have the technique
George gonna
though.
knock you
That's the
out with
thing about
even
Wilder. He don't
heavier.
have the accuracy technique. He
Yeah,
can.
George
I
gonna
mean, he
knock
has
you
some
out with
punching power, but if he could train right, he'd be the heavyweight champion of the world right now.
No, Will, his point was
Wilder,
just
he
punching
only
power.
got
His
one
point was just
punch,
like
bro.
rather like quick punching power and heavy punching power. I don't think he's really focusing on the technique right now.
Yeah, I'm just like talking about the two like categories of power basically.
How you
But
got
that's
like you got
important though. If Wilder would have had that technique along with that power, ooh, he'd be the most dangerous man in the world.
That'd have been
Most
crazy.
dangerous.
yeah.
He probably would have caught a body for real in the ring.
If
Because that's why Sugar Ray Robinson, Ezra Charles, these dudes caught bodies in the ring because they had natural power and they had technique. And they
That's
actually
the
had
key.
a long frame, long arms. So it's actually dangerous when a guy knows how to box but has God given power as well. That's when people start getting buried. So it's kind of might be good that Wilder didn't have the technique. It might be good that Floyd didn't have naturally great power. Because that's when dudes start, you have to start planning funerals, and it's just the reality of the sport.
It's
Hey,
real. It's
what
real.
y'all think about Raymond Ford versus Oshaki Foster?
Mm. What about it?
I think
That's the
that's
key.
gonna be in the
That's what
works.
he's saying. What about it? That fight really
I
don't.
don't think
It's
it's
not
him.
bringing in the market.
Breaking.
It's not bringing the market at
No, I'm
all.
not talking about that. I'm talking about as a boxing fan, as a boxing,
Got you. Got you.
enthusiast.
Well,
You know,
Ford right now. I'm gonna let Keith KJ speak on that
yeah.
Now,
fight.
Go ahead, KJ.
I wasn't thinking about Ford and Osaka, whoever. Y'all can speak on it.
I just thought it was an interesting fight. That's why I brought it up.
No, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I
Somebody,
know it's not. I know
Joe
like the
Wiggins
casuals
doesn't
don't.
speak
The
on it.
casuals don't know who they are.
Not left, but no, I'm saying you're a boxing fan, though. See, you got me scored on it. I'm gonna take a look more closely on those fights, though,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a boxing fan, so we definitely
Yeah.
into
I
that.
watch everybody.
I
I
want to
watch
look
the
at the new
prospects
talent.
and everything, bro.
Yes, sir.
I
Yeah.
don't even got time like I used to. I train for IC box. I don't got time to watch every damn fighter. So
Exactly.
y'all bring me guys, and then people tell me to go watch them. Then I go watch them. Most of the time, I already
Yes.
got my notes on what I want to talk about. So I wasn't looking at Shasta or Ford. So that's why I wasn't gonna act like I knew what I was talking
Yeah,
about. Nah, I don't. I would
because
I
actually watch
fucked
because
it.
the hell
you
up.
got a
Well,
point
they
there
up and
because
coming, bro.
now
So
Floyd Mayweather,
when
Floyd,
they fight these guys that do got recognition, we got to know who they are.
yeah,
No,
Floyd
no
got a
doubt, man.
fighter,
Go ahead,
and
Keith.
nobody's following his fighter. His fighter got 7 knockouts. What that young man name is? What his name? See, I don't even remember his name. The
Carmel
young black
Martin?
kid.
Not Carmel.
Yeah,
No, Carmelo don't got
Floyd's
7
fighter.
fights.
That's Floyd.
Floyd
Yeah,
got a
Carmel
couple.
got.
Floyd got a
Carmel got.
couple guys in his stable
Oh yeah.
right now, and
Well, let's
we
shit.
don't hear too much about them, but they're out there fighting.
Oh
Cause
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with
Tell
you
Carmel
on
me,
don't
that.
tell
sound
me
Floyd,
like
the
what
name,
you got to
bro.
check
like.
the
I'm gonna
stable
do some
for
research, bro.
sure.
Who
Cause
say that
you got
again?
me looking at it tonight.
I say,
Showtime usually have
let us know
boxing
his name. I'm
on
gonna do
Saturday
some
night.
research.
Definitely got to research for sure.
Someone said earlier that Tank doesn't. People say Tank doesn't have a lot of power, and it's the accuracy that what drops people.
No,
No,
it's
we wasn't
both.
talking about
It's not.
Tank, bro. We didn't say anything about Tank not having the power.
I don't know why
We had
that's
both
even a
power and
conversation,
accuracy.
bro.
Because Ryan,
No, the reason why they said that, what
as
Ray's is
Ryan
talking
was
about,
saying,
someone said that a lot of guys who fought Tank, they said that Tank didn't hit crazy hard, like Ryan said
Yeah.
that, Rolly said that. But I don't be look, I don't be believing guys.
Well,
Dudes, when you competing with somebody as a competitor, you're gonna take away from your opponent. So they're saying, yeah, Tank, he don't really hit that hard, this the accuracy, this and that. That's one of their ways of taking away from Tank, because Tank did embarrass him on a worldwide stage. Both of them, Rolly talked a lot of trash, and Rolly
They
his eyes rolling in the back of his head. Ryan
hit
Garcia was made to quit.
His
So of
ribs
course
talked about
Pitbull
they're
that
gonna
said
was
give
it.
the
it a
answer, right? I was going to say
Mario
that.
said it.
European
His
foot.
sparring partner said it. I mean, it's more than just those two big names that said it. Tank hit hard though. Tank hit hard as shit.
Shit. Frank
He
Martin
got that right. He
said
got them broken
Tank got
ribs,
power.
bro.
That's
Ryan
what
Garcia
when
can't
Frank got
fight.
finished sparring with Tank, he said Tank got power. He got good powers. That's what Frank said. You go watch the shit.
I heard
They
I
sparring.
heard both Rolly and Ryan saying that
He
different
said,
with Tank,
oh yeah,
get
Tank is
small
cracked.
or
He
trained
cracked his
fighters on the
ribs.
right.
Hey.
well,
Ryan ribs already cracked though, and I ain't
part of
gonna
the
take it down.
part of the
It
reason they're
was
saying that
not
is
like that, bro. Tank
part of the
hit that
reason.
spot and it was over.
Brian was
No,
already
no,
He
but
hurt
killed
going into that
Rolly.
fight. Tank called it out. Tank in the press conference, Tank said, "I have a rat in your camp, and we know that your ribs hurt." He said that in
Tank,
the
Tank
pre-fight.
attacked the body anyway though. He was going to attack Ryan's body anyway. And Ryan got hit in the body before that shot. He didn't go down. So I don't know about the whole rib cracked and this and that.
Yeah,
Uh,
you might
and
not
Yeah,
want
he
to
plus, the
talk
cracked it,
first
about it
shot
bro.
too
that knocked
much,
Ryan
bro, because
down
it's
had
kind
nothing to
of
do with his ribs. The first shot
it's
that
kind
knocked
of
Ryan
making
down
Ryan
was
look good,
a head
bro.
shot, man.
No, I'm saying I'm saying like in Ryan's camp when he was sparring, one of his sparring partners had bruised his ribs like in
Bruise
camp
ain't cracked.
and
Bruise ain't
Tank.
cracked. It's totally different, bro.
But I'm saying
Bruise
I'm
his
ain't
just
cracked.
saying
so
It's
that
totally
Tank was
different.
gonna
listen. If my
I feel you, Sonny, but I'm saying Tank was going to attack Ryan's body regardless. Tank is a
facts,
very underrated body puncher. But you watch Tank's fights, he hits the body, he hits the head. The way that Ryan got on the ground in the second round wasn't
It
even a
was
body
over.
shot. Like
now
Tank
It
was
was
going to
that's
put
over.
this man
facts.
regardless.
That's facts. I just don't like the body shot shit. That's just me personally because he went in because
Small,
Tank called him
smaller
out
fighters
literally
generally
before
go
the fight and said,
KO.
"I know that your fucking body hurts, nigga."
That's mind game. That's a mind game.
That's right.
Tank was going
Exactly.
to attack his body anyway.
He
He
was gonna
told
get
him
in the
that just
way.
to let him know that listen, it's people around you that are rooting for me. That will fuck your head. I'm
Tank
like,
is a
dang, so you
small.
telling me I'm sparring in front of these people and they praying on my downfall? That's why he said that. Just to let Ryan know your
It's
bros
my
ain't
game,
your
but it's
bros,
facts.
and they're telling me your every move. That's a mind game.
But yeah, Tank is a smaller fighter, and smaller fighters generally go to the body to help chop a taller fighter down.
Tank will gonna go to the body anyway because that's just how he was trained.
Yeah, it's a little
When you
easier.
watch all his
You
fights,
got a
Tank
bigger
goes to the
torso in
body.
front of you, so yeah, it is a little easier.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. The body closer than the head if you're shorter. But when Tank fought Pitbull Cruz, guess what? Cruz is smaller than him. Tank still went to the body. That's just how he
That's
fight. When
right.
you watch his fights against Cuellar, one of his best fights against another southpaw, and when you watch the fight against
Hey, that
Garcia,
was a good fight.
um, not Hector Garcia. I love when Tank fights southpaws, but that's when he showed his best body work. Usually when he's fighting orthodox, he'll just throw the left to the body. When he fight another southpaw, that's when you see him really turn a
It's
person's
work.
body up in combinations.
You go to
The
work.
man is one of the best body punchers in boxing. It's just that Tank does so many great things that people they kind of get it all gets overshadowed by his power.
He could do it all.
Yeah, pretty much. Only thing he don't have is long arms, but
His
that
footwork
man
crazy
is one
too.
of the most skilled. When you watch this shit, you like, damn, he attacked the body great. He know how to target shots on an opponent's head, like how Bud Crawford target behind the ear. Tank know how to target the
Exactly.
temple and shit like that. He has one of the meanest uppercuts in the game. The uppercut is a very hard shot to train. You either got it, you don't most of the time. Like the man could do everything. He just has short
He's a
arms. He's
beast.
not a big guy.
Straight up. Straight beast.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
crazy.
how y'all feel about Bud taking that fight with Boots finally? Yay or nay?
Who? You say he taking it? Is he taking it with
I
Boots?
said no. How
He
y'all
took the
like?
fight.
Y'all think he should? Y'all think he should? Because ain't
Oh
nobody else
no,
fighting
no. I
trying to
heard.
fight
I'm gonna
Bud.
do a live about this probably tomorrow. But I heard he fighting Chris Eubanks and making some of that European money, man.
That's
Right.
decent.
They want
Yeah.
that. They want that global money, baby. They
Yeah,
do.
because Bud only got like 3 fights in him. He's old.
But
He's
nobody wants
proven
to
everything he
fight
has to
Bud.
prove. The man
I mean,
two-time
I'm
undisputed,
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
beat
ahead.
one of the longest reigning welterweight champions ever in Errol Spence. And he ain't beat him, he dominated him. Bud is on his way out of boxing. So he wants to get
Yeah,
as big checks as possible
that's
to
true.
cement the legacy of his family in the future, monetarily.
Because Boots fight on
Well,
the other card for
yeah,
Nello, ain't
that's all about money. That's basically what it is. Get it while you can get it.
Crawford fight Eubank. Probably the guys in the UK, but
I would
it?
like to see
Shit.
that fight. Him
Well, they
against
got nobody else to
Boots.
fight.
Yeah, Canelo not gonna give him the opportunity. I think Canelo thought about it. If I beat Crawford, I'm not gonna get no credit. And all they're gonna talk about is Benavidez. If I lose to Crawford, which is actually possible because of Crawford's frame and his skill level, it'd be embarrassing losing to somebody jumping up 3 weight divisions. And Crawford not bringing Canelo nothing.
No,
Nothing.
no,
It's a
he's
shame
old.
that Crawford was a top rank. He's nowhere near the star that he should have been. His biggest fight came at 36 years old. That was the first time where the public was aware of who this man was, and he was a great boxer the whole time. So he missed out on a lot of money. The last
Yeah,
3 fights he's
Canelo.
gonna fight is gonna be all money fights, whether you like it or not. I'm not mad at him. I mean, he's on his way out of boxing. Boxing is a dangerous sport. You could die. Why not get this money that you should have been getting 5, 10 years ago at the end of your career? Think about it. Tank Davis about to be 30, and Tank has made money that Crawford never touched.
over
And
100
Crawford been in
million.
the game longer than
Right.
Tank and accomplished more boxing wise than Tank. Crawford is 2 times undisputed, held all these belts, beat all these people, but he didn't make the money.
But we also got to remember now, we can't blame everything on the fight. We got Bob Arum in the background,
No,
the
I said
promoter.
that's what I said. Kev, it's a shame that he was with Top Rank.
Right, the top rank, and it's sad. It's really sad
Yeah,
because
he should have got
he,
that
like
fight.
you were saying, he got to that platform finally. Now the world really sees the talent of who this guy really is,
But he's
and he
36.
only, yeah. So we can't get mad at him for grabbing what he can grab and say thank you for giving all the best of boxing to us.
Right.
You are in the boxing Hall of Fame, like it or not,
But Keith, you gotta realize too, you're right, because the way they did him and Lou Duva, that's how they did a lot of boxers in the
Yeah,
past.
yeah.
But I do want
It's the politics
fight.
that affects everything. It's always
Yep.
the politics, and we know that. And it's
Yep.
a hard sell when the numbers don't crunch to all the politicking. Those numbers,
That's the
much
reason
as
why they
we
had a
want to
hard time
see.
even getting Atlantic City fights because of that reason.
Remember, Atlantic City was booming with boxing. It was the
Exactly.
mecca of boxing
Those
back
are
then.
strong.
Trump Tower Plaza, and we was rolling back then. Now
Big
look
time.
at big time.
Big time.
Promoters got greedy. Promoters wasn't promoting right, and look what happens to boxing.
I don't know how many of them want to be associated with Trump's name.
Well, yeah.
Right
At
now,
that
right
time,
now, yeah. But back in the
at
day,
that
all
time,
those
it was,
dudes
It was
like
golden,
they didn't
bro.
like Trump. They was
listen,
buddy
at that
buddy with
time,
Trump.
being a New
Because
Yorker,
Trump used
living
to
back
hold
then,
boxing fights.
It
it
was
wasn't
golden.
about that. Donald Trump was doing
Right.
Donald Trump. We
Yeah.
was doing us in boxing. Everybody was making money. Everybody was eating. Hotels was being full. Mall plazas was being packed out. It wasn't a day. They was bringing 200, 300, 400 buses down there a day. Am I right, brother?
Yes,
Buses was
sir.
going down there, man. Leaving
Absolutely.
to go to Atlantic City from all over parts of the region, man.
And
Boxing
Vegas
was
was
an
scared
core of
about that
all.
because they knew the top fights was going to Atlantic City all the way at
Yes,
that
yes,
time.
it was. The East Coast owned boxing. If you can go back that far, all the fights were taking place at Madison Square Garden. Remember?
Yes,
Mm.
sir.
Think about
You
it.
know
Yeah,
what? We talked about that the other night. But me and KJ talked about the gold. We talked about the Golden Gloves the other night.
that's right.
As a matter of fact, the King. I think the best talent is right still up in the East Coast. To be
That's
honest with
right.
you.
It's a lot of talent up in the East Coast, and we looking at one on the host. He's one too, y'all. Don't let him fool you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's my boy.
Hey man, I'm trying.
Gotta
Hey,
give the
fuck this.
host a
I
high.
want to be. I want to be the most talented, but fuck that. I'm trying to build my internet because I'm trying to get paid. Ryan Garcia then showed everybody the way. Ain't no
Yes,
Yes,
use in
sir.
being able to fight if nobody know who you are. You ain't getting no
that's
money.
right. That's right.
KJ,
That's just how the world is changing right now. So we got to move with the times.
Yeah.
That's how the money is working.
that's
That's why I like
KJ.
to.
What
I'm
you were
right in
saying
Atlanta
about?
right now, okay?
I
Because
think you
right
were saying
now
this
I'm
earlier
seeing a
about
lot of talent even
star
right my
power
way, right in
and
Atlanta.
knockouts being equal. If Haney would knock out Ryan, would that make him a big star?
Yes.
It would make him a bigger. He would never listen.
Yes.
Haney would never be the star that Ryan Garcia is. I don't think Shakur will. I think Tank is the only one that's really at that Ryan level. But if Haney would have knocked out Ryan Garcia, best believe a lot of Ryan's fans are going to start watching Haney fights. That's how boxing works. Like, it's people to this day that say, man, I didn't know who Floyd was. When he knocked out Ricky Hatton, I became a fan. When you knock a dude out that people love, even the Errol Spence, most people were rooting for Errol Spence. A lot of the Errol Spence fans right now, they will want to see Terrence
They're
Crawford
kissing
never fight
Bud's feet.
because that's just how it goes. The energy shifts over. Everything about
It
energy.
does. It does. It does. You're right about that. But I still want to see that fight between Shakur and Garcia. I mean Shakur and Haney though.
It's gonna
We're
happen.
going to see these fights. All of these fights going to happen. Literally, Tank
We
Davis
we
is the
just gotta
gatekeeper of
get we
these
gotta
fights.
get Devin to stop
But when
running.
Tank fight one of them, all of these fights gonna start happening, bro. And
Devin
I
not running.
think
Devin
Tank
signed
gonna
a
fight
contract.
one of them in the next 2 to 3 years because Tank
Bro,
he don't
Haney's
want to
scared of
box
Shakur,
until he's
bro.
40.
He sent him a
Again,
contract.
again, guys,
Perry, I don't
the
care
game
about
is
none of that,
changed. We
bro.
got
He
to keep
walked
in
out the
mind.
ring on him, bro. He don't want nothing to do with him,
He
bro.
sent him a
Keep in
contract
mind,
immediately.
these guys
But
got
see, you got
mandatories
Yeah,
this
one.
year
okay,
now.
Nothing to do
okay.
but you got to face
Mandatories are
him.
this year now. Everybody
He
got to
has
do
to face him,
mandatories.
fellas. You got
Because
to
in
Walked
order
face
out
for
the
him.
this
ring on
That's
network,
the
him,
in order
only
for
though,
big
this
bro. He
fight
walked
right
the
there
network,
for
ring
in
me,
on
order
him,
for this
Tank.
bro.
network to work and bring the best of boxing like they promote it and want us to buy into Prime, a lot of people got to still order and buy the Prime. You just
Yep.
That's
ain't gonna
right,
be able
Tank.
to just turn on the show. So it's a lot connected to this. So it's already approved. These fighters that's signing on to the program, they're mandatories. They got to fight twice a
We got
year.
to fight the best.
They got
You
to
can't
fight the
run from
best.
it.
If you want to see the best of boxing, guys,
Devin
you got to
can't
see it.
run,
Yeah.
bro.
And guess what, Kevin? I'm glad
You
you said that
trolling.
because people keep trying to
Hey,
act
hey,
like
bro.
PBC
Hey,
didn't
all
put
right, so let
on
me ask you
the
this, bro.
greatest
Do you think
last
Devin will
year.
beat Shakur?
Hold
PBC
on,
put
left.
on
Hold
some
on.
of the
Hold
greatest
on.
fights, the biggest
Yes,
fights.
they did.
Now they're coming with Prime. It was
Yep.
all PBC. Whether it
Hey,
was
hey,
it started with Benavidez and
hey,
Plant.
who said I was trolling?
I
Then
did.
Tank and Ryan
Hey,
Garcia.
you
All
think
of the
he'll beat?
biggest
You
fights
think
have
he'll
been
beat
made.
Fellas,
Haney?
fellas, calm down.
First of
We
all,
I
hold
mean,
on, hold on, hold on.
You think Devin
Yeah.
will beat
Fellas, chill
Shakur?
out. I'm trying to listen, man. Relax. Pay attention. Go ahead, Kane.
Hey man, I was just saying, all of the biggest fights of the last year have been PBC, man. David Benavidez, Caleb
yeah,
Plant,
PBC.
Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, even Canelo and Jamel Charlo, even though Charlo jumping up 2 weeks, all of these big fights, PBC. That's
And
why
then,
I know that Prime gonna be a successful endeavor because people they hate on PBC because they hate
but
Floyd. But
hold
guess
on.
what? Al Heyman and Floyd, they've been keeping boxing afloat this past
Yes, they
year.
have.
They really have. No, who else was
Yes, they
putting
have.
on big? It's to the
But
point where Oscar De La Hoya,
kid,
he went in the last fight with what's that dude name? The one that they want Canelo to fight. It signed with Golden Boy, Jaime Munguia. The last fight that Jaime Munguia had, Oscar De La Hoya
yeah,
said, "Ow, where you at, man? Stop running from me." Because Oscar want to get some of that PBC money.
yeah,
He
Big
already felt
time.
some of it when Ryan fought Tank.
yeah.
He can't help himself from
Yeah.
not disrespecting
But
Al and Floyd because of the beef that they had, but he want to continue to work with the PBC. They the ones that's pushing the sport right now overall. When we talk about big fights,
That's right.
KJ,
yeah,
KJ, can I bring a point? Like what you were saying about PBC putting on big fights last year. I mean, they had to because they knew that their deal with Showtime was in jeopardy, and if they didn't start delivering big fights soon, they were going to drop them. They
they
delivered
was
them,
already
but it
hey
was too little, too late.
Levi,
But
no, they were
Showtime, no,
already
Showtime need them more though,
Levi.
Levi, because right
They
now,
were already. My bad, Will. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you go. They were
go ahead, Kane.
already in their mind wanting to get away from Showtime. It wasn't about Showtime coming to an end.
That's right.
People don't
They're
watch
relevant.
TV no more. It had nothing to do with the PBZ. Everybody is streaming now. Why do you think Jake Paul
There
is about
you
to fight
go.
Mike Tyson
There
on
you go.
Netflix? It's all about streaming. So they was gonna
Right.
leave them anyway. If you
Don't need
De La Hoya is
Showtime. Don't need
working
none
through
of them
what?
clowns.
YouTube. A lot of De La Hoya, what he's doing now with Golden Boy is through YouTube. It's not about clicking onto your you got direct TV or some shit, you got a cable service and you go look for
Streaming
HBO.
clicks.
That's over. That's
It
over.
is over.
Valid point.
Good point.
Also,
Good
That
with
pay
point,
per view
KJ.
stuff is
Tyson
dead,
and Jake
bro. You
Paul
can get
being
that
with
on stream.
Netflix,
You pay just like I said,
maybe
99
that says
cents. There's
something
billions of
about
people
do they
out there who
think
want to see the
people are
fight.
really
It's
going to pay the
global.
pay-per-view?
Global, baby. You don't need no Showtime. And they
And
know it.
another thing is, Levi, why they want to work through Prime or people want to work through Netflix. Netflix and Prime already have an audience. So now people who would be there just watching their little movies, they're going to be seeing the highlights and the build up to the fight. That's going to make them want to stop watching whatever else they watching on Prime and say, well, hold up, I got to catch this fight on Saturday. I didn't even know that they were fighting. Mind you, boxing is
Amazon
not as
Prime,
big as it
baby.
used to be in America. So now with Floyd and them they're doing, they're going to the other audience and throwing boxing in their face. If you watch Prime and you're gonna see a boxing commercial, now you're gonna be interested in boxing as opposed to you just continue to catch the football and the basketball games. Like it's
That's
brilliant.
right.
It's brilliant what they're doing.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's global too. The people forgetting about
Yeah,
that.
yep.
Amazon's global.
Yep. Amazon, Netflix, Globe,
All that
boom.
is global.
World, and guess that's what boxing is. Boxing is a worldwide sport. That's why Floyd and Pacquiao made so much money. You start to dip into these other countries, and other countries they love boxing more
That's
than
right.
America. So you start going in the European market, the Asian market. You start getting over there. Why do you think they said they wanted a Tank versus NUA fight? It's a
Forget
billion
that, bro. You
people
go to
over in the
Africa.
Asian
You go to
market.
Africa and the Middle East. You don't even need the European markets. You can
Oh
go right
yeah,
to
because
Africa and the Middle
yeah,
East.
Dubai and all that. But you really want all of the markets. Shit,
Right.
you really want everybody to be watching.
Don't forget the
But yeah,
last
it's
fight now with
global,
Tyson
man.
Fury. That was over there. That was in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I mean Saudi Arabia taking over. They literally put toward millions of dollars towards building that boxing funding because they understand how much money is in the sport and their culture. In America, they're not pushing boxing for different reasons, political reasons. They don't really
You know
want people to
why?
be
Because they don't want the
all
good old, they don't want the good old boys
fighting
get
and
beat.
masculinity and all that. Arab culture is different. You know what it is over there. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but you know what it is over there. It's
It's
the
the
man
best.
first over there. So they want to see men fight.
And right, and they don't really have a
I
chance
mean, it's the
they want to
being in
grow.
Saudi right now is the best thing for the heavyweights because they weren't fighting as much before. Now, with all the big money that Saudi's providing, they're gonna start fighting. So Turkey Al Sheikh has saved the heavyweight division.
Facts. And guess what? It's not even just heavyweight. Tank Davis turned down Turkey Al Sheik, but they wanted Tank over there too. Tank turned
Yes, they
him
do.
down, but they want him
Yes, they
too.
do.
Or even the light heavyweights. They got
Yeah.
Vivo and Beterbiev going.
Let's be
Oh
honest
yeah,
with you. With
yeah.
boxing,
Hell yeah.
Tank is
Hell
boxing
yeah.
right now. It ain't heavyweight.
Man,
Tank is
imagine
boxing.
David Benavidez, because y'all know Benavidez, if he gets past Oleg, whoever the dude's name is, he's gonna be fighting the winner of Beterbiev and
Uh-huh.
Bivol. Imagine them doing that over in the Saudis, man.
Yeah.
Over in Dubai.
Look, here's
Whoa, that
Oh
shit's gonna
boy.
be crazy. I
but
gotta catch that. I don't know.
it's good.
I don't really know
It's
if
good that it's good
huh?
that Benavidez took that fight because
I know that he's not gonna waste
I
his
think
career
it's good
wasting
that
his money.
Benavidez took a fight. He covers him. Yeah, because he covers himself in two ways. Like he goes there. He's mandatory for the winner of Bebo Beterbiev, and then he's also mandatory for Canelo. So he has a title shot in two different weight divisions.
Mm.
Hold on, let me respond to my man. Said you're right, but Tank is Muslim. We gotta realize Baltimore, Philadelphia, and DC and that area is mostly the Muslim communities. He is Muslim,
Correct.
right?
Yes, correct. That's like 80%.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. So Devin Haney,
I
well,
was,
if you
no,
want to
I was
troll
just
Devin Haney on that, sorry, bro, it's real. DC, Baltimore area, Philadelphia, Delaware, Jersey, parts of big time of Jersey, where I'm from, Patterson and Newark. That's
Yeah,
strong in the Muslim
strong,
community.
strong. And we taking that
mm,
back since the 60s.
think
Strong.
I was I was just thinking of something because what the topic of this live is. Do y'all think that this Haney Garcia fight should be going on? Actually, two-part question: should this
Hell
fight be
yeah.
going on, and will Ryan pull out
No, I
this
don't think
time?
Ryan gonna pull out. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna let everybody else go. I don't think Ryan gonna pull out, and I think that this fight should be happening because guess what? This is gonna be Devin Haney's big money fight. Devin know he could beat Ryan. He gonna train like he can't beat him because that's what champions do. You don't take nobody for granted, but he know he can beat Ryan. But this is gonna be the biggest check of his life because boxing is in a different era now, and that's what Kefa has mentioned on multiple times on
Yeah.
these lives. But it's a different world that we live in. It's not about who the best boxer per se. It's about who really could push their name. And really it's always been about that. Because guess what? After the
Money,
60s,
money, money.
Muhammad Ali wasn't the best heavyweight in the world after he had to take that break, but he was still the most famous. So he was still making the most money. So Ryan Garcia,
Absolutely.
he's not the best boxer in the world by any means, but he one of the biggest names out there. Devin, this is a big money fight for Devin, and it has to be happening because I want to see Devin get paid. That's what this shit is about. After that, Devin gonna go fight some more legacy fights like he's been doing. But let him get a money fight in.
Hold on,
Right.
let's get back to Ali. If I let my brother speak on it and respond to that. Let's get back to Ali. Ali, in his prime,
Yeah.
They robbed him of his prime. In his prime, he was the best pound for pound heavyweight champion in the world.
You didn't hear what I
And we
said?
never saw any of his prime.
You
Now,
hear
okay,
what,
I missed part of it. I missed
I
part of it.
said Ali after the layoff, he was no longer the best heavyweight, but he was still the most famous.
My
In
bad,
his
bro.
prime, yeah, Ali couldn't nobody touch him. The man,
Right.
you're not supposed to be that damn big and that damn fast. That's
Oh
very.
no, unheard
We have
of.
yet to see somebody fighting at heavyweight that could bounce around for 15 rounds, have a jab that was timed faster than Sugar Ray Robinson,
The speed,
have
the
power, all
short.
that. You're not supposed to have reflexes like that at that and have that much coordination. There are no heavyweights today, even though they want to talk
Ali
about
had it
budding
all.
advancements. There are no
Oh
heavyweights today
no, right.
that box like Ali did in the 60s. Not one. And there
They
hasn't
couldn't
been.
touch him. His,
And wait a
his,
minute,
his,
we
his
left
defense
something out.
alone.
We left something out. Ain't had the longest reach.
There you go, brother.
No,
You're
Ali
right.
didn't have a long. Sonny Liston had a longer reach than Ali.
I know he did,
Sonny
but I'm talking
Liston?
about during Ali's time.
His
Oh yeah,
time, yeah.
he was big. He was a big guy for his time. He looked like one of the larger heavyweights. So that was
Mhm.
evolutionary at that time because
Right.
heavyweights weren't that big.
Yeah, but
Remember there was a
yeah,
time
and
period
then
when Marciano and them were undersized heavyweights fighting each other. So Ali came and was
Don't forget too.
a
Don't forget
different
Larry
animal
Holmes.
at 6'3".
Larry Holmes
Huh?
had that reach. Larry Holmes had that reach too.
and
When
then
he
Yeah.
fought Larry Holmes, that was a whole different animal.
Yeah, Larry got
yeah,
a reach. Larry said he got a
Yep.
reach.
Oh yeah.
think yeah,
Until
and
Tyson, until
everyone
Tyson.
always compares Larry
Okay.
Holmes' jab and Ali's jab. I think Ali's jab was faster, but Larry's jab had more power.
It's
And
good.
Larry jab was more technical. When Larry jabbed, he kept his rear hand up.
And don't forget that
Ali
was
was the
Ali's
most technical
sparring
guy.
buddy. That was his sparring buddy, Larry
Yep.
Holmes.
And that's how
Exactly.
Larry took a lot of stuff that Ali did wrong
Yes, he did.
and
Yeah,
perfected it.
yeah. So when you see that mimic jab, Larry Holmes took that from Ali. That's all that was.
Right.
That's all.
Exactly. I'm loving it.
That's what you're supposed to do
It's,
too, because we all start somewhere. That's what you're supposed to do. Shit. If you fight somebody that got the best jab and you can take it, take it. That's gonna make you a better fighter. So
That's
Larry
right.
got the most out of them sparring sessions.
yeah, no, it's
Yes,
sad.
he did.
Training. That's
It's
you
sad
asked
that
me.
Larry always got the short end of the stick because he was always being compared to Ali.
Well, no,
No,
he was
I can't
never
say that,
gonna
Levi. I can't say
look
that. I
when
can't agree with that.
when somebody is that transformative, nobody that comes directly after them are going to be able to have that stardom. Like people right now to this day, people still talking about, well, who's going to be the next Floyd? Because Floyd was transformative. Ali in his day was transformative. Sugar Ray tried to fight like him. Larry Holmes tried to fight like him, but they didn't have all of the charisma that Ali had, and they didn't. They
Right.
just wasn't as big of names, and that's just how it is with somebody that transformative. So for a while, it's gonna be everybody's gonna be still talking about Floyd. When Ali retired, everybody was trying to fight like Ali and trying to act like Ali. Even George Foreman, it's footage of George Foreman in a post-fight interview mimicking the way that Ali talked, mimicking the way that Ali sells fight. And the announcer picked up on it and said, "Oh, are you taking some cues from somebody, a certain somebody?" Because that's how impactful Ali was, not just as a boxer but as an orator. So everybody was trying to copy him. Devin Haney, if you listen to Devin Haney early interviews, he was trying to talk real fast and shit like Floyd. Trying to stutter like Floyd. Because Floyd was so impactful, people want to walk like him, talk like him. That's just what it is, man. And that's why I like Tank, because Tank different. Tank, not only does Tank have short arms and he's a shorter stature than Floyd, but Tank is knocking dudes out of all sizes. So it kind of put a blip in the matrix. Like people are watching Tank for different reasons why they were watching Floyd. Kevin mentioned it in the last live, but most people watch Floyd to lose. People watch Tank to watch him win. So it's a good shift for boxing. Tank is great for boxing. It's not all about Floyd no more.
That's why I'm saying with the Shakur fight, if Shakur can get that chance with Haney, if Shakur wins that belt, that could be transformative because Shakur has a total package. That's what I'm saying. With
Yes,
Tank,
sir.
it's going to be the
Besides the
biggest
power, you're right.
payday.
It would be transformative for either one. It's going to
Yep.
move
Right.
either one in the stock
Yep.
market. It's going to boom, jump right up there. You know,
Yo,
may
my
the
man,
best man
Johnson
win,
said,
but I
"Amen to
take
the
Shakur on that fight.
Oh yeah,
I
oh
got
yeah,
Shakur too. I got Shakur too.
That's why Haney don't want to avoid that fight. He wants to avoid that fight as long as possible because he knows his payday is limited. He has a limited time to get that big payday, so he has to avoid
And
that fight
Shakur,
for a while.
let me ask you guys this question: out of the two, who peaked most right now?
Ooh, good question.
Devin.
Devin.
I mean, it's a legit question.
Mm.
Who peaked the most out of both the fighters right now?
Devin.
See my point. So this is a close fight.
Yeah.
This is good for both of them. Either way. Either
Shakur's
way.
on the upside.
Wait
He
a minute.
got
Wait a
more
minute.
upside.
Like host was saying. Either way, one of them, we're gonna be backing them. One of if we like them or not, we're gonna support
That's
them.
right. That's right.
I think Sonny Bands think Devin will beat Shakur though.
I never said that, bro. You
Oh,
said,
okay.
let me see my point. You said that Devin ducking Shakur. I said he's not, just because I don't think he's ducking him. I think he's better.
He's
He's not
definitely
ducking him.
ducking him. Yep.
Oh
You
yeah,
got it,
he
bro.
is
I'm not
ducking.
gonna debate
He
that
is ducking.
again. You got it. If that's what you think, that's what you think.
I mean, you saying it like as if he not ducking, like
He
he
sent the
he'll beat him though.
contract, bro. I don't think you.
You saying it like Devin to beat him though.
All
That's
right,
my
you listen.
Hey man,
I don't want to get disrespect, but you yapping just to yap. We just told you that Devin sent the contract
I
immediately.
already
When
know that.
Shakur said,
I already
when
know that.
Shakur
Yeah,
said
he
send the
sent him
contract,
25.
Devin said okay.
He sent him 25%. Yeah, he did.
Because
He
Shakur
did. He
doesn't.
didn't take it.
We had this conversation already. You
hey
got it.
guys,
He didn't
somebody
take
been
it.
trying to call
You
me.
got it.
I don't know why, but they didn't call a bunch of times. I gotta go see what this is about. We had a great live, man. Kefa,
We
Will
go, K.
Baker, Rich Reacts,
Yes,
Sonny
sir.
Van, Black Lane, Levi. Thanks for coming up, man. We had a great live, great
But
show
you know
today, man.
what? You
Oh
ain't
man,
got
I
to
didn't
go.
see
You
my
just
brother
want to
here.
leave. That's all.
All right, man. I'm up
All
out of
right,
here,
man.
man. I'm gonna see who the hell
No
blowing my
doubt.
phone up.
See
All
that
right,
that's
T.
25, fam. I got